I left my 28-year marriage because there was a Porsche in my driveway, and I was upset that he completely left me out of this entire Porsche episode. I am so much happier being able to express my feelings.
I believe earlier you were saying you don't want to do the 50-50 thing, so what do you bring to the table in a relationship?
What do I bring to the table in a relationship? I think you got it. I was kidding. Okay, so I honestly bring everything, not in the sense of completing you in any way, shape, or form. I am who I am as an individual, and I can add to you in different ways. Whether you want to build a business, I can add to you in that way of teaching you how to communicate with other people, other clients, how to do emails. I have multiple degrees, so I'm able to just help you out in that area. Type of essays, if you need the books done, I can do those for you as well too. I feel like that's where a woman is able to give: cooking, keeping things clean, like washing, things of that nature, to where you don't have to worry about anything but going to work and what we're going to do next.
It's not too bad, to be honest with you. There was a dude in the comments that was saying, so basically you don't bring anything. I disagree. I think what she was talking about is, I'm here to support you. Like, whatever you need. I got 3 degrees and I want you to have them at your disposal. Ladies, if you gonna say you got 3 degrees, this is how you do it. Hey, you got a business that you want to start? I can help you with that. You need clients? I can help you with that too. That's what a man needs: support. Maybe the man don't want you to cook and clean. Man, I can do the cooking. I can do the cleaning. But maybe you can help me in other areas. Too many times, modern women don't bring nothing to the table. They don't bring nothing at all. Well, I got what they do with their 3. Oh, I got 3 degrees and you know, I'm better than you. So you need to help me out. You need to do for me. Like, you need to be groveling. You need to understand that I'm a queen and I'm special and I'm unique, and you should be so happy to be in my presence. What about that? And the man is like, okay, I don't care nothing about that. As a matter of fact, get out of my face. And then you run on back to TikTok. You scurry on back. Oh, man, these men ain't nothing. He just talked to me this way. Look at the text message. Do you hear the voice message that he just sent me? How dare him? I'm the Queen of England. He gonna talk to me like this. But what I think she is saying is pretty good. Hey, I'm at your disposal. However you need to use me, however you want to use me, I'm available to you. I think most men, from what I heard, would appreciate that.
Respectfully, a lot of you men go through is because you chase the wrong women. I know a lot of great women, including my circle of friends, and we don't act like the little dusties y'all be chasing.
Yo, not you using my lingo. So here's the thing. I think 2 things can be true. I don't think you're lying. You may know a lot of women who don't show you those behaviors that men are beginning to be more vocal and outspoken about. But in my humble opinion, you also have an incomplete viewpoint. Because what I don't think women realize is, these days you reserve the best parts of who you are for everything else, but give men the short end of the stick. The reason you feel like you have friends that you think the world about is because you get the loyal, I'm there for you through anything version. You get the, if you need it and I got it, is yours version. You get the, I know you're wrong, but we're not going to admit it openly or in front of him or them version. Your career and your job gets the punctual, on time version. They get the, I have responsibilities here and I want to do them to my best ability version. They get the, my manager or boss can call me out and hold me accountable and I'll be receptive even if I don't like it version. Men don't get that. We get the, you have to prove every step of the way you deserve my good side, my attention, my respect, my loyalty version. We get the, I'll hit you when I feel like it, but you need to make me feel like I'm a priority version. We get the, you don't deserve the benefit of the doubt version. The version that you get as her friend and the version that we get in wanting to be her man are 2 completely different women. To you, since you see the best and most vulnerable sides of her, she may not be one of them ones, but at the same time, she probably is.
Exactly, bro. These modern women be out here through thick and thin. Let's have a girls' night. Let's do this. Let's do that to make sure that girl is straight. But should a man need that? Oh, you need to man up. You too sassy. Why are you acting like that? I don't like my man weak like that. After the man just communicated what he needed, what he's going through, trying to connect with you. It's how modern women be treating men and wonder why they can't find one.
He said, I'm actually going to save this video so I can come back and... I'm actually gonna save this video so I can come back and laugh in the morning. Oh my God, bro. Listen, if you are a single mom, right, and you're young, just stay away from dating because it's not too many guys that are gonna take you serious in dating. And it's just being honest. And you have to do nothing but respect it because listen, a lot of guys, there's some dudes that will, don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of guys that just won't put up with that. Some guys are young, they just want to start their own families. And just because yours didn't work out, that doesn't mean the guy's gonna come in and swoop you now and save you. Now, when you get about to the age of 30 or your late 20s or whatever, some guy's gonna be like, all right, everybody else got kids, I might as well cuff a baby mom. Then that will happen. But right now, you don't want to start dating right now. You might want to start a celibacy journey and stay the fuck away. Because you got baby mama slayers out here. Guys are hitting guys. You got guys out here that will hit you. That's it. Sell you a dream, hit you, and that's it. You might think he's a good guy and he wants to cuff you and play stepdaddy. No, 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 no. They want to cram. They want to crack that. Don't date. If you're a single mom right now, don't date. I'm telling you, they're just gonna like you see how they talking in the comments? But these guys, they'll hit this, right? But this is how they really feel. I'm just being honest.
The 50-50 and sprinkle conversations are very disingenuous. I think this conversation entirely magnifies still how obsessed with men a lot of you are. Like a lot of things on the internet, I also think it shows that a lot of people don't actually know what they're talking about when it comes to relationship dynamics. But I also think that this obsession with shaming people, especially women, for things that are relatively harmless is ridiculous. A lot of you are choosing to take advice from narcissists who've never been in love before and who are probably in very unhappy relationships. What's also interesting is that we're going through a cost of living crisis. Billionaires and corporations are making record profits, while an increasing amount of men, women, and children face homelessness. Half of Americans struggle to pay their rent. And so in the midst of all this, we have a subset of women online who I suspect are broke and have no sort of financial prospects themselves, and thus has to rely on a man for their livelihood. Shaming women who typically work for choosing to split the cost of living with their partner. It doesn't make sense. And what's funny too is that a lot of the controversy and shaming is for people who are middle class or poor. And the biggest reason why I think a lot of it is just BS is because a lot of them sort of suppose that every man has money, that every relationship dynamic is a rich man or a richer man and a poorer woman. But what I think is going on is projection. I genuinely think that a lot of the women who are feeding into this idea are projecting their own failures and their own lack of resources and finances onto other women. I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear it, but men are literally people too. And although we live in a patriarchal society, a lot of them are struggling financially too. And while it may be easier for them to make money, in certain countries and within certain cultures, in all Western societies, women can work. They can be responsible for their own finances and be financially independent. And with that comes autonomy for her to spend her money and do with it what she will. And shock horror, some women choose to split rent with their partner because it makes both of their lives easier. And so for the love of God, I just want to say that if you're just doing something privately with your partner and it's not hurting anyone and it's making your life easier and you guys are happy, please ignore all these people online who have no life and no idea what a real relationship looks like.
My youngest sister made the mistake of coming downstairs in what I would like to say is a crop top, but it ain't even that. And so me and my other sister were taking turns ragging on her. And my husband goes, "It's almost like she doesn't have a dad." My parents are divorced, and my mother did not think that was very funny.
Mozzie VS, 30 years old.
Okay, and Mozzie, what do you do?
I'm a professional sports bettor.
Alrighty, okay. So, why'd you have your balloon unpopped for her?
I was just listening to what she was saying. Yeah, just listening to what she was saying. Yeah.
But is she your type?
Off physical, not really, but I was just listening to what she was saying. She seemed like she liked to read, and so that kind of like, like chicks who like to read, so that kind of kept me around a little bit longer. Yeah.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping his balloon?
It's a little too much, like the chains, it's like you're trying to project something. And I like my men confident but not cocky, and this seems cocky.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
No disrespect taken. Yeah. So I'm just yeah. You might need just like a social worker or something. I'm a little too maybe I'm a little too much for
I might need what?
maybe like a cubicle worker or something.
No, that's not what I need, but okay.
Well, maybe I'm a little too much for you. It's all good.
So do you do like all this jewelry often or?
Whatever I feel like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
My response to women who say, you don't seriously cook and clean for your man all the time, do you? You don't seriously expect your man to stay happy with you if you don't do anything for him. Keep in mind, these are also the women who never put out, so their men definitely end up cheating on them. Cheers. Have you heard about passport bros? I wouldn't call it a trend, but rather a movement encouraging men to get their passport in order to find the woman of their dreams, their future wife. Men cannot find love in the US because they're battling feminist women who are entitled and treat men poorly. Men are exploring their options because they want a feminine, traditional, authentic woman that values them and their family. You can definitely find a woman in the US to marry that has traditional values and treats you right, but most men will tell you it's not easy.
It's funny that she used the word battling because that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening to men. They're battling, trying to get out here and figure out what the woman wants. These modern women are never satisfied with anything that you have to offer them. They're never satisfied with anything that you give them. You take them to a nice restaurant, not expensive enough, or it's too expensive. He should have known the vibe and he should have known me, known that I didn't like that type of stuff. We should have gone to Applebee's. You take her to Applebee's. Hey, man, I just wanted something casual, not something too uptight and stuffy. Just let's get out here and get to know each other. Do you not value me? Am I not something that you want to invest in long term? I blocked him right then and there. Are you serious? Either way, I'm just trying to take care of you and just trying to feed you. You don't want that? Absolutely not. And then go out there and get played by a dude that showed her all the signs that she wanted and just left her right there on her doorstep.
On your computer made my jaw drop.
Not all men are bad, but so are women. Some women are not good women. I would say like 50% of the shit I get into were done by women. Especially older women. Because you believe them. Like when an older woman give you advice or like tell you what to do, you believe them. I know. But don't. Think about it 3 times. Or maybe like 5 times. Because human tendencies are all the same. Whether they're men or women. Some women are disgusting, unhealed, selfish. And just because they went through it, you have to go through it too. It irks me the most, especially when older women do it. Because girl, what the hell?
Exactly. Once these young women get in their minds and they understand that these older modern women are leading them astray, they're actually keeping them single, then maybe they'll turn around their lives and actually find somebody that's going to want to be with them, going to want to be a companion to them. Until then, you keep on going in this loop. Before you know it, you'll be a fast track CEO to the older women's single club, the cat domination club, the dog counters club. I've got 5. Do I have 6 dogs? Do I have 7 dogs? This sold to the woman who got 20 dogs. You'll be in that club. If you play your cards right, you'll be the founder of that type of club because you ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all keeping each other single.
One time I went on a date with a girl, and then after I told her I just wanted to be friends, she asked me to Venmo her for my half of the bill. And I did.
Exactly. But if a man were to do it, then it would be a problem. These modern women have no problem at all asking for themselves to be covered. Make me whole again. Put me back to where I was. I came out here to grace you. This is what men be saying. I came out here to grace you with my presence. You should be happy that I'm here. So when you have both people thinking the same thing, then what do you think the outcome is going to be? 2 modern women in the same place. What are you thinking the outcome is going to be? Exactly this.
I seen a video on here, dude caught his girl cheating, and everybody in the comments was like, just take her back. That's what we do when y'all cheat. Y'all are dumb as hell. Okay?
When the nigga got more than one baby mama, my face just...
With a baby in the background. Okay.
know what's crazy about dating as a single mom is like, I like you, but do you like kids?
Alternatively, if we're on a date and I offer to pay and you let me, you're not seeing me again.
Let me tell y'all something. You see me out here putting in work, don't pull up on me and ask for my number. Get out and come shovel this damn snow. The fuck? What? This is why I don't like men. This is why I don't like men. I swear, if I was gay, I would just get a girlfriend. I hate y'all.
These modern women don't even ask nicely. Wow. Nobody's going to help that. So apparently her ex-girlfriend cheated on her with a dude and then tried to come back and convince her that the baby was hers.
Story time on how my ex-girlfriend cheated on me with a guy, got pregnant and tried to convince me that the baby was mine. Right, you lot were hounding me for this one. You lot took it to the DMs and all sorts. So yeah, I'm just going to share this story. Right, now this was a long time ago. We're talking about 8 years ago. And yes, I do count the years. I met this girl out once. So I was out clubbing, gay clubbing, and started talking to this girl. We exchanged numbers. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. She was fire. Like beautiful. Do you know what I mean? And we got talking. Now, as soon as we started kind of talking, like talking on the phone, the first red flag was she started trauma dumping. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like trauma dumping is a big red flag. And I must say, the level of mental health we're dealing with here is super severe. Like, some of the stuff that she had went through, I'll be real, guys. If it was me, I would have left Earth a long time ago. I'm not going to lie. So please bear that in mind as I tell this story. And it, like, obviously, yeah, the thought process and everything was just all messed up. So we got talking. Now, there was always like sexual chemistry between us. I'm not gonna lie, like it was very strong, very strong. But pretty early on, I kind of noticed that, yeah, just she weren't okay, let's just say. And when I had met her, she was actually in a relationship at the time. And you know, like, I don't know if you have any of those friends where you can see how they are in a relationship and you just know you will never go there. Like, you just think, I will never go there. Like, it can't work. And our friendship was very turmoil. You know, we would argue, we'll make up again, argue. And just to give you an idea to the extent of it, like, every time we argued, for example, we won't speak for weeks, sometimes a couple months. And it would always end up in her threatening me. Like, she would always threaten to unalive me. I'm not joking. You know, she would turn up at my house sometimes and, you know, try and pop my tires, try and smash up my yard. Like, she was all over the place. And so our friendship lasted about 2 years before we started dating. So it was on and off, just crazy. And, you know, I used to have this thing called like savior syndrome. Maybe some of you can relate. You know, I've got a big heart. So, you know, I always try to, obviously I'm different now. I can't run that on me now. But, you know, I always try and give people grace. Do you know what I mean? Like, I try and understand where they've come from, you know, and I try not judge their decision makings, you know, I try not judge their decision making basically. And so, yeah, like I said, she used to threaten my family as well. She was pretty manipulative, and I'm not trying to speak bad on her. This is just my perspective. Like I said, there's always mine, hers, and somewhere in the middle of the truth, right? And we got close, you know. I always made sure.
This really is what gets a lot of modern women in trouble women in general, is they're trying to be too nice. This woman is toxic. She's on edge. She has problems. God bless her soul. But she doesn't need to be anywhere near you, near your family, nowhere near your face. I don't care about no chemistry that they got. I mean, this is the thing about vibes. Like, is nobody picking up on the vibe? Is nobody picking up on the, like, that's my intuition, that's my gut? Nothing like that. Y'all not picking up on anything. You just go with it because it feels good. This is the problem with most modern women. And this is how you got in the situation today, is because you're going along with it. Oh, it just feels good.
That I never done anything physical with her, as in I never put myself in any compromising situations. I never let her come around mine. I never went to hers. Every time we met, it was in a public place, because I knew if me and an attractive girl in a room, I just knew it would be game over. So I never put myself in that position because I just never wanted to go there. So after about 2 years of us having this turmoil friendship, I remember one of my friends had said to me, do you know what? You might as well just give her a chance and date her, because nobody likes her but you. And the reason why she said this because she also threatened my friends. She used to threaten and call them to unalive them all. I don't know why.
So after known problems, you decide, wait, it's been going so badly, I think I'm going to get into more problems. I think I'm going to continue to do the same thing. Wow. I'm going to make it worse.
She wanted to unalive everybody, and it sounds crazy. And look, I know you lot, obviously that last TikTok I made, you lot were laughing, kiki and carking, but it was actually very traumatic, guys. I'm not even joking. And so one of my friends had convinced me, like, look, just give her a chance, because why not? Like, you guys have been friends for 2 years now. There must be something about her that you like. I still blame my friend till this day. I thought, you know what, maybe she's right. So cut a long story short, we kind of started seeing each other. Now, I had gone over to her house. It's the first mistake I made. And obviously, you know, went to her house and we done adult things, you know, as it happens. And then the next red flag for me, well, this was like the third or fourth red flag. She told me like she had loved me the next day, which I found that very uncomfortable, and I thought, oh, I kind of messed up with the situation. But I kind of, you know, dipped my foot in it, so I thought I'm just going to see this through now. So we started dating and we were officially together. Now, we didn't date long, by the way, it was like 6 weeks.
Again, what are we seeing through? What exactly is this?
That's how much I could have taken of this girl. Now, the first time we started dating, I remember she started talking to this other stud. Now, I knew this stud and she was obsessed with this stud, and I couldn't understand why. And to cut a long story short, she ended up cheating on me first time with this stud. Like, and the way I found that out was because I remember I was at her place one time and she kept saying, oh, you know, can you meet her? Can you meet her? So I already know who the girl is, and it was pissing me off that you're obsessed with this girl. And then I did the phone test. You know, when you like grab someone's phone and then their reaction. Obviously, I don't do stuff like that now. Like I said, it's a long time ago, guys. Don't judge me. And then I knew right there and then there was something going on. So she admitted to me that the girl liked her, but she pretended that she didn't like the girl. And then I said, I feel uncomfortable with your friendship, so I didn't want her to be friends with the girl anymore. And then 1 minute she'll say, okay, I won't be friends with her. And then 2-3 days later, she'll be like, no, I really want to be friends with her. So it got to a point where I said, you know what, do what you want. Like, I can't deal with this. And then when one time she said she went to go hang out with her, and I said, you know what, you're actually taking a piss. Like I'm over this. I'm over this relationship. This cheeky girl, yeah. After we had this big argument, she must have Snapchatted a video of her going to this girl's house, and they were laying in bed. They weren't doing nothing, but they were just laying in bed. I was fuming, like my ego was hurt, everything. And there's a lot I've done for this girl as well, yeah. And so, anyways, after I saw that, I kind of just broke off with her, yeah. And then she called me a few days later, crying, threatening to unalive me again. My life was threatened many times. And then I thought to myself, look, I know she's cheated on me, but I need to figure out how it's true. So I said to her, look, you got one chance to admit the truth to me. If I find out you're lying, you will never, ever have me again. And she panicked and obviously admitted to it, and I was fuming. So anyways, there's some big hoo-ha. I broke up with her. Now, we had broken up at this point. So this is the first time she cheated on me. She cheated on me twice, as far as I know. Hey, it could have been many times. I don't know. Now, when we broke up, we had been broken up about 4 weeks at this time. This girl was texting me, calling me. So many numbers I've had to block. So many Instagrams I've had to block. Like, she was just crying. 1 minute she'll be trying to graft me. Then the next minute threatening to unalive me again. It just kept going on and on. And then one day she must have messaged me a picture of an ultrasound scan. Now, guys, I don't know anything about babies. I don't even know like how many weeks you can get an ultrasound scan. But she sent me a picture of an ultrasound scan, and I was like, what? And I was just like taken back by it. And you know that feeling when you get like a picture, your heart starts doing pitter-patter, yeah? And I thought to myself, I'm not gonna lie, and maybe some of my lesbianos out there can relate. Just think about it, girls, yeah? Think about it. If you've dealt with a girl and you suddenly get a picture of like a scan, an ultrasound scan, just for a second, don't judge me, guys, just for a second, I thought, right, is that mine? Like, just for 0.1, just for 0.1 of a second, I thought, is that mine? And my heart was going off, and I thought, no, I'd like, behave yourself. And I said, what's this?
No, it was a little bit longer than what you saying it was. You thought that was like, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. She's got you so afraid. She's got you so out of your element that you're thinking anything is possible. anything is within the realm of possibility. Like maybe she took something from me, or maybe she did something and now we're having a baby, or maybe I agreed to something that I didn't know, and maybe she's got tricks. She needs to be in jail. You're dating a criminal. You're dating a criminal that has not been caught yet. Call the cops. Call them now.
So she mentioned I'm pregnant. My heart just dropped, because I thought, not only did I know you cheated on me and you're stressing me out about trying to get back with me, now how are you pregnant? Because you cheated on me with a girl, so I don't understand where this guy, what guy was involved, you know what I mean? So at this point, she must have been calling me. I said, why are you calling me? She's like, I'm pregnant. I said, what's that got to do with me? She's like, yeah, it's yours. I just hung up. I was pissed. And I thought, wait, what? What do you mean it's mine? She's like, are you going to help me look after the kid? I said, are you actually all right? Why would I help you look after this kid? It's nothing to do with me. And I said, furthermore, how many weeks are you? She says to me, 6 weeks. So I'm there like doing up calculations like, wait, we've been broken up for 4 weeks at this point. And you're telling me you're 6 weeks pregnant. So that means you must have got with someone, do you know what I mean, when we were together. And I'm just all sorts of pissed. I thought, I'm never dealing with this girl again. Like, yeah, I was upset, but it was so much drama. I was just kind of like, I wanted to be done with it, innit? This girl did not leave me. And I have to make this very clear. Like I said, the mental health was mental health in. Guys, I had my own baby reindeer episodes. She was Martha levels. Do you get it? And just to give you an understanding of actually the depths of her trauma, yeah. Like, till this day, it's 8 years on. Till this day, she still calls me. She still creates, I don't know how many Instagram accounts I've probably blocked of hers, maybe 15. How many numbers of hers I've blocked? Too many. But this time's running out. I'm going to do a part 2. Story time on how my ex-girlfriend cheated on me with a guy, got pregnant and tried to convince me that the baby is mine. Part 2. Yeah, so basically when she told me that the baby was mine, I hung up at this point. She called me back. She was like, Abs, the baby's yours. I said, oh shit, I almost said her name then. I said, are you alright? Why are you calling me? Hung up. To be honest, I was just pissed off at this point that she was even pregnant. Like, yet alone the cheating, I was just pissed off. Now, I was forced to go through this whole pregnancy, this whole 9 months with her. And I'll be completely real. I thought she was lying. I thought she was just...
How are you forced to go through 9 months with her when this is completely out of the realm of possibility? It's not possible. What is there to sit up here and ponder? You talked about earlier doing calculations. What calculations? What calculations need to be done?
At this point, just gone too far, trying to do anything to keep me. I genuinely thought she was just trying to make me jealous. When I say by force, no matter what numbers I blocked, it got to the point of emails. I was getting sent scans, I was getting updates, and I thought to myself, like, these scans are fake. Like, I was putting it in Google, like, you can obviously Google, like, baby scans, like, these aren't even real. Like, I genuinely, like, I was showing my friends, like, these aren't even real. Like, mate, the whole 9 months, Instagram, so many blocked Instagrams, everything. I was literally forced to go through this whole pregnancy with her. Until, and don't forget, I thought this was a joke. I thought she was just, like, trying to, like, do you know what I mean, get me back. Until she sent me a picture from another foreign number of her holding a baby. I thought, wow. Then part of me thought, like, is that someone else's kid? Like, maybe someone else gave birth. This girl really, really went and had a baby. She actually really got pregnant. I was so pissed. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, this was 8 years ago. It was a long time ago. And like I said, to this day, yeah, man, she's still a bit of a problem. Only up until basically a month ago, I blocked another Instagram. I'm not gonna lie though, like, I did sort of pre her Facebook. That's how far we're talking, like, and I just see updates of the kid growing up. It's a cute kid. She has a daughter. Some of you have like, have you got the same ex? That's a bit crazy. So obviously I'm trying to keep certain things a bit like to a minimum. And what's crazy about this is, like, when I made that first TikTok, not my last one, the actual, like, that trending TikTok, yeah, so many of you have actually DM'd me saying you've had the same experience. Not even just studs, like, so many of you femmes have DM'd me saying you've had the same experience as well, which is crazy, because I genuinely, this was something that I was going to take to the grave, do you get it? And I genuinely thought, like, I was the only person in the world, but it's just scary how Yeah, like some of you have been through the same experience. Obviously 2 women can't have a kid. Like some of you writing some dumb comments in there. Obviously, like I said, at the point I was just a bit shocked, and I was like for a second, it was just for a second, I was like, do you know what I mean? My heart was beating. But yeah, the sad thing about it is I generally think the kid got taken away from hers and went in her custody. Like I said, there was a lot of mental health issues here involved, and this wasn't her first child. She had kids before. They weren't really in her custody, which was a shame, and I felt really sorry for her. But obviously I realized this is a lot of drama, a lot of ag, and I just something I didn't want to be involved in. But yeah, even now, like when she's tried to like message me, I remember one time I almost, like the things I've forgiven her, like it's not like it's not.
I mean, you're sitting up here calling people stupid and saying they're writing dumb comments, but really, to be honest with you, I mean, 8 years ago, maybe you're 30 now, I'm assuming. Maybe you're 30 at this point, so 22. So maybe it was just kid ignorance. But this is a pretty clear open and shut case for anybody, like scientifically speaking.
Not even that, like I'm a very forgiving person, but I just remember there was one time, like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, she had messaged me. Like I'm a Christian and I love God, I go to church, yeah. And I remember she tried to use that to manipulate me. She was like, oh, like she kept apologizing every time she talked. She'd apologize, and I've told her I forgive you, but even if I forgive you, it doesn't mean I want you in my life. Do you understand? And I remember one time she had messaged me and she was like, oh, I'm changed, like I'm a Christian now, blah, blah. Because I used to try and take her to church. Like I thought only God can help you. Do you get it? So I used to bring her to church, like everything. Like I can't help you, innit? And then she was like, I've changed now, I'm an evangelist. I thought, oh, evangelist, that's good. And then she was like, look, would you come to my church? I was like, I thought about it and I thought, you know what, like anyone that, you know what I mean, like wants to go on like a Christian journey, I'll always support it. But you know what, let me maybe go and see, you know. I didn't know anything if the kid was still in her life, anything.
No, actually, I cannot come to your church. God bless you from afar. This is just, once again, that's what I'm saying. She had to have been young, because this is pretty clear cut. Well, I'm all about supporting your journey with Christ. You can support her journey from afar. And I'm dead serious about that. There's some things that people do. Oh man, are you judging? God forgives. He sure does. And so do I. But I think for me and you, it's best that we walk our journeys apart. Period.
Like I said, I was preying her, but I just weren't trying to get too involved. She sent me one address. Please tell me why I put the address and it didn't exist. I thought, this girl, I don't know what she's going to do. Try and maybe actually unalive me. So yeah, no, I did that whole thing. But what I will say, guys, make sure you wrap up. Stars, make sure you wrap up. You don't be getting anyone pregnant out here, yeah? Peace.
Wrap up what? What are you wrapping up? You don't need to wrap that up. Like it is what it is. Like, this is what I'm saying. Psychos and people that entertain psychos. And you're not alone. Like you said in the comments, there were plenty of women that had this happen to them. Because women out here at young ages and even at old ages, entertaining psychopaths far and wide, and then wonder why these things happen to them. And instead of just letting it alone, clear red flags, they decide, I'm going to continue to go along with whatever this is, and I'm going to do it for the what? For the plot. And you're going to get harassed and called every single month and block Instagrams, phone numbers every single month for the plot. I hope it was worth it.